Welcome to Blue Sky Aces. It's a game you're in a plane. I did this on stream for Steam Next Fest, and I'm doing it again. And okay, I gotta be honest. If you get like motion sickness, it might not be the best video for you, but I like it. So I should probably explain. It's a demo. It's coming out 2024 or sometime, I think, maybe. Play as the British or the Germans, 3 different planes. Your mission, I don't gotta do training because I'm an expert at this game. I like the big battle the most. I play on difficult, first person, no target indicator, no aim assist. And I've been playing this game a lot because if you look, I am the highest scoring ace of all time with a score of 1202. As of filming this, yeah, I'm the best ace out there. And I'm gonna prove that to you. So, game, you're in a plane. There's other planes. And you shoot at them. That's really it. And you can crash and die immediately. And that's how you know you're good at the game. Ideally, you don't want to die immediately. And then I got a mini-map up there. I can press M to make it go away. If I want an even bigger challenge... See, that's normally what happens. And then, so I got the little controls at the bottom. Speed is pretty self-explanatory. Height is self-explanatory as well. Fuel, I've never had a problem with fuel. I suppose you can just keep flying and eventually you'd run out. But the one that is probably the most important is, your oil. Because your oil is your health. Why? I don't know. It's just what it is. And so if that goes down to zero, you die. So that's not good. So, you know, don't die. At the top, you can see my my kills. And I think the most I've ever gotten is... I don't know. I have gotten it to a point where it gets cut off. Because I guess it's only built to handle so many kills before it just stops counting. At least in a visual matter. But I'm pretty good. The thing that causes me the most death is not getting shot down, but by accidentally crashing to other planes midair. And usually, it's my allied fighters who are so stupid and don't have any sort of spatial awareness that they run into me when I'm clearly trying to take out the planes. I almost got hit there. And the funny thing I like about this game is, if I'm about to run into something, I physically dodge out of the way. Like, I will move my head to try and avoid it, which I think is pretty funny. And then you can destroy balloons, so that's pretty cool. I don't know, I think balloons, I don't know if they get you more points than just normal planes. Or not. But I go after them anyway, because they're probably important. The albatross planes you gotta watch out for, because they have a gun in the back, so they can target you while you're trailing them, so they can shoot back at you. But the, let's call them Fokkers, for now. These damn Fokkers, they don't have rear guns, so they can't target you. So you just gotta trail them until they die, and it's pretty good. There's trenches, and you can actually shoot the enemy in the trenches. Like that. All you gotta do is lead the target, and then they'll die. Unless you lose them. Where the hell did you go? Okay, I know where you are. Is that all of them? No. Here we go. Here's another one. And then, to get into the mood for a lot of this, I've been playing a lot of World War I music, because this is World War I, but, I accidentally crashed into the ground because I was playing, You're a Grand Old Flag, because I never listened to the whole song before, because if you grew up in the US, you are very familiar with, I'm assuming this is a universal thing, where at least in elementary school, and maybe even middle school for some, but for me it was elementary school, they made us do sing in a choir, and we would sing patriotic songs like "You're a Grand Old Flag." I don't think we ever had to sing the national anthem, but we did sing. What is it? The "God Bless the USA" or something like that. "This Land Is Your Land." You know, just a bunch of patriotic songs. And "You're a Grand Old Flag" was one of them, but we only sung the chorus, and the version I listened to by the American Quartet, it's got a bunch of other lyrics that are very interesting. I was headbanging to it, ironically, and I headbanged too hard, my headphones fell off, and I crashed into the ground. And I wish I was filming it, but it was a fun moment. So here, we gotta take out, I'm assuming, the Red Baron. This is a new mission. They're still updating the game, which I think is great. Because before, the missions between the Germans and the British used to be... I guess they are still different. Big Battle, Training, Patrol, and the Balloon Buster one are basically all the same, but Germans get jumped, and the British get Airfield Attack and Clear Skies. This, I'm just assuming it's just a big fight. And it's a dogfight, which, if you don't know, is planes fighting. It's not actual dogs fighting. It's a term for aerial combat. So I'm pretty good at this game. I can hold my own in a fight, and I think I'm pretty decent. And I just really like this game. I don't. Like I said, I might make you sick to watch, because people watch on like computers and phones, and I have a big monitor, so for me it's not that bad, but I'm sure if you watched it on like a small phone, it might be a little more upsetting to watch. And if it is, I apologize. And part of it is absolutely the way I fly. I fly pretty crazy, and then I do a bunch of risky and bold maneuvers, and then sometimes, if a plane passes me, I will do a loop in air to trail it faster instead of turning around normally, I suppose. But I am, like I said, rarely shot down. I'm just too good. And this is actually one of the few games. Like, I'm bad at parkour. I think you all have seen my channel enough to know that parkour is not my strong suit. But there are games I actually am good at, this being one of them. But strategy games I consider myself pretty okay at, and stuff like that. And although this isn't necessarily strategy, it's a war game, and I like war games. I play Hearts of Iron 4 pretty regularly. So yeah, I will do a loop to trail them faster. There we go. But look at that, 12:23. No one can beat my record. I'm just too good. But I mean, it's not like the game's that hard either. Also, the pause music is just... listen to it. If you want to see something, if I want to be humbled a little bit, I'll play Airfield Attack, because this one I'm legitimately not good at. I'm pretty bad. Because they have AA guns on the ground, the Germans, and they fire at you, and they are hard to take out, because you can only kill the soldier manning the station and not the gun itself. So, at least to my knowledge. So my strategy is to get up pretty high and then kind of do a dive on it. And this is probably my favorite plane. There's only 6. But out of all the planes I've tried, this is probably my favorite. But I can hold my own in a German plane too. I'm best at the British, but... and technically French. There's a French plane too, I think. And I accidentally... Well, I'll show off the German planes. Now, don't look at the score for living aces. Only look at aces in general. You don't have to live to be great. That's fine. So if I got in a Fokker, for example, and then if I do jumped, I don't actually know if I've done this mission yet. I probably have. You smoking? Look at you. There you go. One down. 2 more in the immediate area. There we go. And there's 1 tailing me. I think it is fitting, though, that I'm good at the game that involves flying. And even if I'm bad at the flying game, I can't be any worse than Boeing. I think Boeing really went downhill when they moved away from Seattle. That's when things really hit the fan. Oh, you're mine. There you go. And worst case scenario, let's say you do run out of not fuel. If you basically get shot down, you can safely land and that'll get you nothing, but it just says you get to fight another day. This is the first video I've filmed since being sick, and I don't know. I don't have a slot for Mondays in my schedule that I don't actually follow most of the time. But I think I'm just gonna film whatever. I don't know. I've been doing like these series, but I kind of just want to have some fun with the channel and just film whatever. So this is one of those videos where like, I want to play this game. I'm gonna play it. And you can't tell me I can't. But a lot of these videos that I'm doing, it's like, oh, I'm gonna do this because I want to do it. It's probably not going to turn into a series. It's probably just gonna be a one-time deal. I think there's a plane behind me. Yes, there's. But it's fine. I'll take out these balloons. Can I take down... Oh. I wanted to take out the guy as the balloon was falling, but I don't know if that's possible or not. What is first patrol? Intercept an enemy aircraft you encounter. Like 1? So here's the takeoff procedure. It's pretty standard. Is there just 1? Just really 1 plane? Alright. Oh, no, there's multiple. They're in formation. Look at that. Oh, I'm dead. So I can't shoot anymore, but I can land. I'm just gonna slowly float to the ground until I land softly. And then I can move up to reduce my speed, and then if you move down, it increases your speed. Because, you know. So, there we go. So sad. Failed the mission. You have crash landed your aircraft and will live to fight another day. You don't get anything for that. I think there should be a bonus. If you get shot down and you don't crash your plane, if you do get shot down but you land your plane safely, I think you should get a bonus for that. If the devs are watching this, which I don't know why they would be, but if you are, like, it doesn't have to be anything major, but just like a few points saying, hey, you didn't die. Good for you. The devs actually, last time I checked on the development, they're making a okay, if you've seen the movie 1917, there's that scene where all the soldiers are running across a field and everything's blowing up, and the guy's running while they're all charging and attacking. I don't know, I didn't watch the movie. I just remember that one scene from trailers and stuff. But they're essentially doing something like that. And you can either defend against the attack, or you can attack. I got shot. Well, I see. It's like I said, most of the times when I die, it's because I crash into the other plane. But I have to wait till the Second World War for that to actually become a regular thing. I'm doing this mission until I survive. I don't have a point to prove, but I'm gonna prove it. I guess. I might get shot down here. Unless I can start knocking them out. Come on. Oh, I'm upside down now. I don't know how I managed to do that. I've always wanted to see, because in first person these maneuvers are certainly strange, but I've always wanted to see what they look like from, you know, not first person. And there is a third person mode that I probably could do. In fact, I will do it. You know what? I'll do it. I'll do first patrol in third person. And then just to show you the difference I'm going to turn on, I don't know what the difficulty necessarily does, but I will turn on target lead indicator and aim assist. Because this is what I'm playing without. So it shows you where you're going to fire. So it's a little bit of a lead you get. It is easier to play with it, for sure. But I like the challenge, because I'm good. And I think, I don't know if they're planning on it. Multiplayer of this, I think, could be really fun. I really like this game, what they were going for. It was one of my favorites when I did the Steam Next Fest. And it's one of the kind of only ones that I've really kept up with. Well, it would be nice if I didn't crash into the other planes. Like I said, it happens a lot. But I like, actually play this game regularly. I did it a lot. And then I put on World War I music to get atmosphere, I guess. And there are some weird songs from that era. Because personally, I love jazz, swing, big band, like 30s, 20s kind of deal. But some of the World War I stuff is just turn of the century, like 1908, 1914, like real early stuff. And the latest you'll see is maybe 1920. There's a lot of sad songs, because, you know, World War I was horrible, and a lot of people died, and it was just not good, which war never is. But, I hate third person a lot. I don't like this. It feels weird and wrong and gross. Man, aim assist makes everything so easy. I don't have to aim, which I guess is kind of the point of aim assist. But man, this feels too easy. Also, it's making me a little sick. I think first person is actually a little better than third person. I feel this is making me quit. The first time I played this, I played it on stream, and it made people a little upset. And the same queasiness that everyone else felt, I feel too. Especially in third person mode. And I've gotten a lot more used to it. But man, it's making my head hurt a little bit. I would be lying if I said it wasn't uncomfortable. But there are some weird songs, for sure. A few that stands out. There's one that's called, I don't know if it's a Lovely War or Oh It's a Lovely War. I think it's a British song. And I can't tell if it's sarcasm or just blatant military propaganda, because I really can't tell. And I don't, like, have the lyrics on hand or anything, but it's talking about how, like, what are we gonna do with all the money we earn? It'd suck to be a civilian, just huddled around your stupid little fires, and I'm paraphrasing, of course. We never get up till the sergeant brings our breakfast up to bed, which is another lyric of the song. And that's the actual lyrics. I'm not paraphrasing there. And I know that's just a blatant lie. But they also talk, the opening is part of the song is, what is it? Up to your eyes and up to your waist in water, up to your eyes in slush. And so talking about the trenches a little bit. And that doesn't seem like something you'd put in a song that's supposed to be for recruiting. But I don't know, because it talks about, like, oh, it's a lovely war. But I don't know. And I haven't researched it or anything. I just listened to it on Spotify. It does feel like blatant propaganda. And then there's another one, which I find interesting, which is, I think it's, the full title is How You Gonna Keep Them Down on the Farm, in parentheses, after they've seen Paris. And it's a conversation between, oh, there's one more plane. Oh, no, it just hasn't. Oh. Okay. So what happened there is, in order to win, the plane has to crash to the ground. Because if it's just on fire, spiraling to the ground, it doesn't count as being dead, I guess. So until that hits the ground, I think then the mission's over. And until it says you've won, you haven't won. So, even though I shot down all the planes, I crashed. So, oops. But the song is about, I don't know who. It's someone talking to a mother. I don't know if it's the father or like the brother or some sibling of the soldier who's coming home. But it's essentially the premise is, how are you going to keep your son on the farm because he's been to Paris and he sees all the lights and glamour of the city. So how are you going to keep him in the countryside? And then they also go on to claim that he's going to be in Broadway dancing around. And then the mother says, I think like the guy's name is Johnny. And it's like, oh, Johnny, you're mistaken. Once a farmer, always a farmer kind of thing. And it's just a really weird song. And then they include animal noises. So there's a chicken clucking. I think a rooster crows. And they have a cow mooing. I'm sure there's a horse neigh in there somewhere. It's a really weird song. And it makes me concerned about the mental health of the people from that time. Because, man, there's some weird songs from there. And also, it's fascinating seeing the things they talk about in the songs and how different it is from society today. At least from an American standpoint. I can't quite say for, British society or French society. Also because I don't speak French. But it's fascinating seeing, and also the stuff that's stayed around because of how much emphasis there is on patriotism. And then the outdated language too, and I died. I clipped the wing on the tent, I guess. Must be a strong tent. But the patriotism in the songs and the blatant kind of like, oh, if you won't go to war, you're a traitor kind of mentality. It's really quite fascinating. And then the outdated language they use, and so much of the us versus them mentality in a lot of the songs. It's really, really interesting. But there's also a lot of human in the songs as well, and human emotion from certain aspects. Most of the songs you see that in is post war. Like there's a song coming from the standpoint of a mother whose son didn't return home, and how she talks about she didn't raise her son to be a soldier, and she raised him to be her pride and joy. And then if all mothers had opposed the war and kind of said hey, my son is not a soldier, the war wouldn't have happened. And just stuff like that. And then I believe there was a song about a soldier having dreams and almost PTSD symptoms of his fallen comrades. And it's really interesting the diversity between the songs during the war or prior to the war and the songs after. It's just really cool. All that to say, I really like this game. It's fun. And that's the thing I do commonly. When I play a lot of historical games, I will listen to music from that era to kind of immerse myself even more. I don't know if other people do that. I don't know if that's a normal thing. I certainly do it. And I think it's fun and interesting. And if I'm weird for it, then so be it. I guess I'm a freak. But we're all freaks in our own special way. Now, you can kill the soldiers manning the guns, but I'm pretty sure they just have another one respawn and take over their position. So, I don't find much use in doing it. Ah, dang it. Well, I took out a lot. They don't actually have guns, but they do have the little spikes on their helmet, which I think is cute. I'm 1257 now. We'll get to 1260 and we'll call it quits. Airfield attack is a difficult mission. I think I've only won it once, and I gotta show you. One of the updates was these two planes were locked, so the only plane you had access to was this. And the plane I had previously had 2 guns. This one has 1, and it only has 100 rounds in it. So once you used that, it was over. And for a while, the big battle mission was only available if you played as the British, so you had to do the big battle with this plane as your only option. So I had to use this a lot. And this mission is very hard because you only have one gun, whereas the other planes you have multiple. At least the one I like the most. And even the German plane you had access to had 500. So usually you could take out the planes you needed before you had to reload. In the missions you had. Now everything's unlocked for both sides and all the planes and stuff. What's my score? What am I at now? 2 more. I'll just take out a few planes, I guess. I don't know exactly what the ratio is for score to, like, planes. You get a better score if you're more accurate. You get an increase on your score depending on the difficulty. And then, of course, how many planes you shoot down, or balloons, add to your score as well. So I really don't know how it's calculated, but I don't know. I just shoot things until I die. 1261, 1 over. That's fine. Anyway, if you want to try and beat my score, I dare you. I challenge you. You won't beat me. I'm too good. I'm the top dog. I'm the best ace. You can't out ace me. Because you're not an ace. So take that. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. What's my outro? Thank you so much for watching this video. Like I said, these are just going to be random one-offs because I feel like doing that. And I'm tired of long series because they're fun, but man, they're kind of draining. So I'm just going to do a bunch of stuff that I deem as fun. And if you want to watch it, go ahead. But I thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far in the video, thanks. I haven't said that before, but I do appreciate it. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.